Okay, here we are at Saturn Pier on the Chao Phraya River in Bangkok. Thank you for joining us. We're about ready to get on our boat for our trip today. Our boat is coming here. This is great. This is our boat for our trip this morning. Another boat going by from one of the hotels. This is the main river, actually the only river that goes through Bangkok. It's called the Chao Phraya. The area we're going into is about 200 years old, serving as the capital, what was then called Siam, or the Westerners call it Siam. Portuguese actually gave it that name. And we have our crew here, Pabla, Lee, and Jeremiah. All right, so off we go. So we are going towards an area that is called Bangkok Yai. It is one of the first settlements in Bangkok about 500 years ago, when it was a very small outpost. The major city at that time was to the north, called Ayutthaya. So this is the downtown skyline area of Bangkok. Many hotels along the river. Some of the older European-style buildings still here along the riverfront, and many hotels and condominiums that I will never live in because they are just way too expensive. The city of Bangkok, as it's known to Westerners, is not called that by Thais. Thais call it Krung Thep Mahanakon, which means the great city of the angels. So it's similar to Los Angeles, so it's the city of angels. But the old name of Bangkok persists, and even Thai people use it, although it's not the official name. I have a feeling that this gate and this lock is quite old. Yeah. This is a neighborhood that is quite old. And many of the people, as you will see, live right on the water. Some other boats that have been inactivated, of course, by the pandemic. Not much in the way of tourism. An example of people who live on the water. They've been here for quite a while. And this is a crew that cleans debris out of the river. Many of the homes use whatever they can find to keep the rain out. Advertising posters, political posters, whatever they can get to keep the rain out. And of course, many of the homes are in disrepair. It's quite a poor area. Actually, this side's going to be better because of the light. On this side, yeah. I'll be going back and forth on either side if I see something of interest on the other side, but this is the best light. Very large. This is a Bodhi tree, the sacred Bodhi tree. You see many of those in Thailand, and they are generally not cut because legend has it that the Buddha found enlightenment under a Bodhi tree in India. people going about their morning chores. We'll see more and more as we go. Has a boat at her house. And you'll notice that many of these houses have steps going down to the river. They use that for access to boats, sometimes for gathering water to use on houseplants. And believe it or not, some people actually bathe in this canal. Boat driver in the back was another cleanup crew. There's a little neighborhood market in there. Whoa, feeding the fish. Lots of big fish in the canal, so people throw bread in. But instead of fish, I guess they're feeding fish and the pigeons. What's that? Oh, maybe. Now this is one of the more interesting sights. You'll see it coming up soon. There's a giant Buddha. At one of the temples here. We'll see it just a minute. Very imposing giant Buddha statue. I'm not quite sure how tall that is, but it's quite tall. At least 100 feet, maybe more. Not really sure. Dogs. Many dogs in Thailand. And they live along the canals, live on the streets. Never quite sure if they belong to someone or if they belong to the street in the neighborhood. Hasi Sharon, that's the name of the temple. So that's the canal on the other side of it. And if you haven't seen enough temples, here's another one, another beautiful temple. They have similar style, but they all have a different design to them. Thailand's hot season is on us now. Next month will be the hottest month. April will be similar to the summers in Florida, which to me are really difficult to bear. And Thailand is also quite hot. Temperatures are daily around 100 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the month of April. So here's a house that's not doing very well. It's sad in a way to see that. I mean, obviously I think it's been abandoned, but many people just can't keep it up, or if the resident dies, the family decides they just don't want it, and so they just abandon it. And it falls, over time. Another friendly face. Thailand is often called the land of smiles, and it certainly is fitting. People are quite friendly, and they do smile a lot. A lot of water hyacinths. These plants grow very, very well in the canals, and they often become nuisance. They clog motors, they clog waterways. Here's some thatched structures which are near a temple. This is for obviously keeping out of the sun. Oh, so one of the monks who is gathering alms by boat. Thank you. I didn't see him coming. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that's the same one we saw before. Is it? Same monk? Yeah. Hey boys, there's your dad. Another of the boats, like the one we're on, coming by. We are very good luck for this driver because obviously tourism is at an all-time low, so they don't get a lot of boat hires to take people on tours. It's quite sad. A lot of people are struggling, like in other parts of the world. Normally these boats would be taking a full load of passengers on tours of this canal or along the main river. Oh, this is great. Another monk in the boat. Oh, a monk is going to get alms from a lady here. Very cool. This is a nice surprise where we get to see so that's a very traditional aspect of, oh, hello, Sawadee krap. Sabadi mai krap. All right. Morning. Yeah, that was really special. For those of you still watching, to see the monk in the boat gathering alms, that's really special. I'm very glad we saw that. When I say it's special, I mean it's special for us. It's very common here, very traditional to see the Buddhist monks gathering alms. Normally you see them on the street, but here in this part of Bangkok you see them on the water. It's pretty cool. But they do take in quite a lot every day, and then they take it back to the temple, and they have to eat before noon, and then they don't eat again until the next day, next morning. Thank you for joining, and we hope to see you again soon on our next ramble. Take care.